All right, listen close, because this one's for the people who can still taste the what ifs like they're fresh out the oven. You ever meet someone and your whole body just knows? Like not just attraction, not just chemistry, but something deeper. Like your nervous system sighed and went, oh, there you are. And for a second, life actually made sense? Yeah. But then, boom, wrong timing. It's the kind of pain that doesn't scream, it lingers. Like you both showed up to the same movie but bought tickets for different showings. Right person, wrong time. And that's a special kind of heartbreak nobody warns you about. It's not the dramatic kind with fights and flames and cheating and chaos. Nah, it's soft, quiet. It feels like packing up a home you never got to live in. And if you've been there, I know you're still carrying it. Don't lie. There's a version of you that met them when you were still healing from someone else, or still building yourself, or still too scared to open the damn door. And there's a version of them who hadn't learned how to love without running. And instead of fighting the world to be together, you both looked at the clock and went, damn, maybe in another lifetime. Like that helps. Like that makes the missing easier? It doesn't. It's worse because the love was there. That's the part that stings. They got you, understood the weird stuff, laughed at your darkness. You didn't have to pretend. You were safe. And still, it didn't work. Why? Timing. Timing, man. That shady little bastard makes you meet your soulmate when your soul's still under construction, when you're still running from your own reflection, when they're still chasing ghosts from their past. And it's confusing, right? Because it wasn't toxic, it wasn't bad. You weren't delusional, it was real, it just couldn't bloom. Because sometimes love shows up in the wrong season, like trying to grow sunflowers in winter, and nobody tells you how to grieve someone who's still alive, still breathing, still texting, I hope you're doing okay, from a distance. That message? That's a gut punch in a suit. You want to scream, I'm not okay, actually. I miss you. I wish we met now. I wish I was ready. I wish you stayed. But all you reply is, you too, because pride is a hell of a drug. And closure? Please. Nobody gives you a certificate for almost love. You just keep moving. Pretend you're healed, laugh at memes and go on dates, and keep their playlists saved like a damn fool. People think heartbreak is only dramatic when there's betrayal. But the slow burn ache of misalignment? That's next level. That's Shakespeare without the murder. That's watching a perfect scene and knowing the director's gonna cut it short. You ever hug someone and feel the what could have been leaking from your arms? That's what I'm talking about. And it's wild because you both know. You don't even have to say it. It's in the way you look at each other, like, if I met you a year later, or if I didn't have to move, or if I knew how to love myself back then. So many ifs it starts sounding like a sad poetry slam in your head. You keep revisiting it like a crime scene. What did I do wrong? Was it me? Was it them? Could we have fought harder? Did we give up too soon? Did the universe just troll us for character development? And deep down, you know it wasn't meant to last, but it still meant something. A lot. Maybe even everything. And that's what messes you up. That it was real, but temporary. Like a beautiful guest star in your life that didn't get renewed for the next season. And we don't talk about this enough, the pain of having something almost right, because people love labeling stuff. Were you official? Were you dating? Were you situation shipping? Who the hell cares? It was something, something that mattered. And sometimes it's the quiet endings that haunt the loudest, the ones where nobody's the villain, just victims of the clock. That's what makes it so hard to explain. It's not their fault. It's not yours. It's time. That punk. And look, I get it. Maybe they weren't perfect. Maybe they chewed weird or left dishes in the sink or listened to Joe Rogan too religiously. But they still felt like home. And losing that, that changes you, makes you more cautious, makes you second guess every connection after. You compare everyone to them. You overthink. You start building walls with velvet ropes like VIP access, only if you match that old energy. And surprise, surprise, nobody does. Because that bond was rare. It was aligned at the soul level, just not the timeline. And that's what makes it a tragedy. Not a big dramatic one, a soft one, a whisper instead of a scream. But here's the kicker. Sometimes the right people are just lessons, not endings, not beginnings, just checkpoints. And sometimes, they circle back. Years later, when you've both done the work, when your edges have softened, when you can meet each other without all the baggage and projections and trauma armor. And that's a beautiful thing. But you can't wait for it. You can't put your life on pause hoping they'll return. That's not love. That's emotional gambling. And the house always wins. So you learn to let go. Not because you want to, but because clinging to a closed door won't open it. You let go with gratitude, with grace, with a little cursing and some crying, on your bedroom floor to Bon Iver, sure. But eventually, peace comes. And you realize they weren't the one. They were the one that taught you what the one should feel like. That's a gift. A painful one, but still a gift. And if you really loved them, you'll want them to be happy, even if it's not with you. That's the final boss of healing. Loving without possession. Wishing well without bitterness. Oof, that one hurts to say out loud. But it's true. And maybe right now you're stuck in the middle of this. You're seeing their posts, wondering if they think of you, replaying old conversations like a human Spotify Wrapped. And I just want to say, I see you. I've been you. That ache you're carrying, it means you felt something real. Don't let this cold world make you numb. Don't let timing make you bitter. You're not broken. You're just in between chapters. And the next one, it's going to hit different because now you know what alignment feels like. You'll spot it. You'll demand it. You'll build it. That old love was the blueprint, not the end game. And if they do come back, cool. But make sure they're coming back ready, not just lonely, not just nostalgic. And if they never do, you'll still be okay. Because you've already survived the hardest part, letting go of a love that still had potential. That's strength. That's character. That's main character energy. And people with that energy, they always attract something better. Eventually. So yeah, we were right, people. Wrong timing. And that's a sentence that'll probably live in your chest forever. But it doesn't mean it was wasted. It means it was real. And real love doesn't need a forever to matter. Sometimes it just needs a moment, a lesson, a heartbreak that cracks you open so the next love can get in. But damn, would have been nice, huh? If you've ever stood at that intersection of love and timing, just know you're not alone. This story? It's more common than people admit. It's quiet because we're all too proud to say, I still miss them out loud. But maybe if we all stopped pretending, someone would say same. And maybe that's enough. Maybe that's how healing starts.